And anybody who's ever kind of walked the B yard at Folsom Prison, you remember what that's like. You're trying to be all bad, trying to be all that, trying to mad dog, trying to, you don't want your kindness to be mistaken for weakness. You come at me sideways, I'm going to come at you double. You're trying to be what you want to seem, but it doesn't get you to joy. So you want to go where the joy is, and that will never produce joy. The only thing that does, period, the end, the only thing that does is loving, period. So you, from the place within you of unshakable goodness, you recognize the unshakable goodness in another. You go where love has not yet arrived, and you love what you find there. That's where the joy is. There are no exceptions to that. There are no shortcuts around that. That's way more satisfying than anything else. But we don't really believe that. We're tempted to think, no, it feels kind of good to plot revenge against that guy because I hate that guy. Nah, no, that's not joy. Or you'll kind of say, well, I don't know, I'm sort of enjoying clinging to my resentment against this person, and that won't get you there either. So, but the minute you let go of trying to be what you want to seem, instead, just go where the joy is. The worst advice I ever was given that I didn't take was 40 years ago when I started to teach at Loyola High School, brand new teacher, and I got this advice from a lot of teachers, experienced teachers. They said, look, let me give you one tip. Don't smile till Christmas.
What?
And of course what it meant was, otherwise you'll be a pushover. They're going to rock right over you. You're not going to be able to control them. Don't trust me on this one. Don't smile till Christmas. And I remember thinking at the time, that was 40 years ago, and I was just a young knucklehead. I didn't know any better, but I knew that not to take that advice, because you want to go where the joy is. So you want to love and go where love has not yet arrived, and love what you find there, and that always works. That always produces joy. So yesterday I did Mass at Dolores Mission, and it just, I don't know what reminded me of it. So in the homily I was talking about this woman, Ramoncita. She was a little tiny thing, and she died at 102 years old, and she was just filled with energy. She always had running shoes on and always moved quickly, and she always wore a kind of a knit cap, even if it was 100 degrees. And I'd say, hey, Ramoncita, can you, in Spanish, can you do the reading? Oh my God, she was so delighted to do the reading. And so she would just run up to the podium, and she was so short, there was little steps, so she had to get up on it, and she'd do the reading, and before she read, she'd turn around to the tabernacle, and she'd go like this, she'd wave at the tabernacle, and then she'd do the reading, and when she finished, she'd go like this back at the, like, nos vemos, ya estuvo, and she was finished, and she would leave. And she didn't have one tooth in her head. As homies would say, she didn't have no grill, and so it was hard to listen. You'd have to really focus because it was hard to make out exactly everything she was saying, and she tried as best she could. And the legend was, the reason she didn't have any teeth was when in her 90s, she was walking in the projects, and she sees a young mother with like 5 kids, and she's trying to control the kids, and they're out of control like cats, And this young mother didn't have any teeth. And so Ramoncita went up to her, and she pulls out her entire dentures, and she says, clean these up, and they'll work fine for you, because you need your teeth more than I do. And you go where love has not yet arrived, and that's where the joy is, and you stop trying to be what you want to seem, because the joy is not there. And you let go of resentments and hatred, because that will never produce joy. Or as Jesus says, my joy, yours, your joy complete. And so from the place of unshakable goodness here, you recognize it in everybody else, and you just love being loving, and you go where love has not yet arrived, and you love what you find. And that's where the joy is. Happy New Year, everybody.